You're welcome to this particular video. In this video, we'll be designing our dashboard chart, something like this. You could see I've gone ahead and designed. So I designed like basically two options, this one and this other one, right? So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this particular video, just comment in the comment section dashboard. And after this video, I will also be motivated to like design more content and put it out there for you guys to learn. Right, so let's get into the video. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is to go and get my chatline plugin. So just in case you don't know about this particular plugin, go on your Figma plugin right here. Let's shift this a little bit and go to plugin, search for chatline. So you see it, like you just click on it, it's going to appear. So what this particular plugin will do for us is it will enable us to be able to draw several chart like this, chat lines that we could use because we want to draw the line chart. So for me to do this, you could actually just click here and you'll see different slope that you want to create. So if you want to create a slope that will, you could also adjust it. This will increase the number of points, right? You could do this on your own anyways, but so I want something that looks as if, yeah, something is growing, right? So that our weekly order is growing, and something like this is actually good. And I'll just go ahead and I'll create this particular curve. So if you click here, it's going to be a straight line. If you click here, it's going to be curve. So I prefer to use curve. Then I'll click on add chart line. So the moment I click on add chart line, I should be expecting my chart line to be added like this. So as you guys can see, so I could close this plugin right now because at this particular point in time, I'm done using this plugin, right? So I have my chart line like this. So without using this plugin, you could still draw something like this, but you have to use the pen tool, right? So some people might not be really good with pen tools, so you could actually use the pen tool and just draw some certain stuff basically, right? And you could have like probably your own chart lines and so on and so forth, right? But with this plugin now, you don't necessarily need to use the pen tool to do that. So I think the plugin is really, really great. So once you have it like this, so you just want to duplicate it. So I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to drop this one somewhere else because we're still going to use that. So as I duplicate it right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click. So I'll click, double click. So once I double click, it's going to show me like this so that I'll be able to like edit it. I will go ahead and select the pen tool so that I will be able to like continue this drawing. So once I click it here right now, I could actually draw more lines. So I could hold shift on my keyboard. So once I hold shift on my keyboard like this, I will be able to have like a very straight line, right? So I'll just click it here as well. Then I'll come over here too as well, holding shift to ensure that I have a straight line and showing that indication there. So I'll click so that I could actually come over here too as well and basically join it here. So once I have it here now, as you guys can see, we have basically something that looks like this. So this is exactly what I actually wanted to do, but this time around I actually wanted to give it a feel. So I don't want it to have a stroke, so I'm going to take the stroke out. So it's going to have a feel like this. So I will go ahead and give it the color that I actually want to give it. In this case, blue basically. So since I want to give it a blue color, I will go ahead and just change it from being this solid color to a gradient color like this. So I have my gradient color and it's blue, and automatically it will just give me a nice gradient feel like this. So I really love this particular gradient color. All I need to do now is to take this, I just need to drag this upward. I'll just drag it upward and ensure they blend. You see that? So now I have like a very beautiful chart line that has like this fading kind of vibe, and I really love it. So the next thing I have to do right now is to just draw a frame around it. So now if I draw a frame around it like this, so this is going to be like my chart frame, right? So let me call this one chart right now. So with this, right, you already see it's already start giving me I'm feeling of, okay, this is a chart, right? So we could select both of them together like this and just Control G to group it. So we could just call this one our line, right? Let's just call it our line. All right, cool. Right. So another thing again that we could do is we could drag it. So anyhow that you drag it, it just basically works, right? Later we could just leave it like this for now. Then we'll know what to do next. So the next thing that we need to do right now is to basically give it our graph, right? So I could drop some lines here and drop some text here basically, and I'll have like an amazing line. So the next thing I just need to do right now is come over here and I will just type something here. For example, I'll type 0. I'll start from 0, so you could start counting from 0. And let's give this like not so much, like 14 will serve, and the color should be like 575757, like a gray color. And this should be regular actually, so it should not be too thick, right? So we should have something like this. Let's see. Yeah, this is cool. This should actually be bigger. Let's go and do this stuff inside our design. So this is where I actually want to place this particular chart. So I want to place it somewhere around here. So I want it to be this big. So this is me just trying to get my sizing right. All right, cool. So oops, I didn't select the entire group. So let's select the entire group. So everything can actually move like this. So we could stretch this to this point. We could stretch it to this point as well. Right, so there's a way you could do this, and everything works fine. So let's continue now. So I will duplicate this, and I will type, let's say 100. Right, so if I type 100, I select it with this other text. I add auto layer to it, ensure that they align like this, and just give it any value. Basically, doesn't really matter. Right, so with this now, we could select the entire chart here and ensure that the constraint is not down, it's not up, it's down actually. So once I click on this now, I could Control D, Control D, Control D, just keep going like that. Okay, I think that's fine. So right here now, we could specify different figures. So I could say 500, I could say 1000, I could say let's say 2000 for example. Then this should be like 5K for example. Then this should be like 10K, stuff like that. So we could have an amazing chart like that. So let's ensure that this line tool now is not really touching that particular edge. You get, so now that we have it like this, another thing again that we could do, let's minimize this. So another thing that we could do is to duplicate this right now and put it like this. So this one now could be, oops, Control Z. This could be another one now that we'll have here like this, right? So if we stretch this to this edge, we could just make it auto by double clicking there, so we could have like a full stretch stuff. So in this case now, this is cool. This is where you add your week or your month, right? So let's just add month, for example. So let's say this other one is December. Let's say December, November, October, September, August, July, and June. All right, cool. So this looks great, right? So when you're looking at this right now, so let's go and preview it. You see, it's already giving us the entire charts looking interface, which is really great, right? So you could choose to make this a component that you could use it over and over and over again. It doesn't really matter. The next thing I actually want to do now is to give it like our heading. So every line chart should actually have a heading. So I will click on a text here and I will type a text here. I will say weekly. Let's call this weekly order summary, right? So I'll make this a slightly bigger text. Let's say 16. And a semi-bold will serve. I don't want it to be that thick, so 575757. Okay, that's cool. So this could go in somewhere around here. Don't worry, we are going to adjust this. We're going to adjust it just fine. So this should come in somewhere around here, basically. So let's adjust our chart. And okay. So something like this is looking great, right? So we have something like this right now. So if you have something like this, and let me ensure that this dashboard this one is cool, and we could have something that looks probably something like this actually works. So now let's take a look at our preview. So you see the way it is right now. So we have an amazing stuff. We could go out here and select this be 30. Right, so many things we could do. We could still make this particular chart way more beautiful by adding horizontal lines and so many other things. So, but basically, this is the one of the ways you basically design line charts, right? So another thing again that you could do to also make your line chart stand out sometimes is to add indications, right? So you could choose to just draw a circular stuff. Oops, let me, I didn't draw that circle well. So draw a circular stuff, right? So let's say 38 is too much. Let's say 20, and you could just put it anywhere actually. So just to indicate stuff. So you could put it like this. Let the field be fully white. Give it a stroke, probably 2 stroke. All right, let the color be the same blue. So you could go ahead and even give it a shadow, right? So you don't want so many thick shadows like that, and just something really light, not much. All right, that's cool. So that's it. So this could be an indication. So you can just go ahead and drop your indication in several places as well. That could also help your charts, looks a little bit prettier too as well, right? So you have we have an amazing chart here, and this is cool. So another thing again when designing dashboard that you might also consider are different types of charts, right? So this is not the only kind of charts that we have, right? So we have bar charts. So you guys should know bar chart. So bar chart is the one that looks pretty much like this, where you see stuffs. So bar chart is actually very easy to design, where you see different stuffs, just stuffs like this, like looks like different shade, then there's number left and right. So that's bar chart. So but another chart I want to design in this particular video is called the donut pie chart. So the donut pie chart almost looks like progress, is the one that you draw with ellipse shape like this. So when you have an ellipse shape like this, a full circle, you will see this arc here. Just click on the arc and drag it here. You see it's giving you different shape, right? So you have this particular arc here. So all you just need to do is to click on your arc and drag it. So just drag it like this. So you should have your arc now. So this is a simple arc there. Then you can drag it from this other edge too as well. So the moment you start dragging it from this other edge, you will see Figma. You can adjust it from here. I can say, for example, now 75 here, and you just adjust. So this is 75%. Almost looks like progress. So if I want to make it 100%, it will be full circle now. If I want to make it 50%, see, that's how you make it 50%, 60%, 80%, so on and so forth. So you could also make this kind of chart too as well. So let's duplicate this. I could duplicate it right now, and the one underneath it, let us assume, let us make it 100%. Then the one on top it, let's give it a color. We could still stick with our blue, which is really nice. So you could see that now. So this looks like, okay, this is the progress, blah blah, and so on and so forth. So we could go ahead now and do other stuff, like for example add like our total there. So one of the things that I love to do, for example, I could just come over here and I'll type like 2. Okay, since I'll start with this one, let's start like that, right? So let's say 35,000, right? So 35,000 is like right. So let's make it a little bit bigger, like 32. Okay, 32 seems cool. Something like this. Just put it at the middle there, and type small text here. Let's call this one users. This should be really small, like 14, and this should be regular, and we could just hold them together, add a to layer, make it at the middle. So this is really good. Then once we have that, this is like our text, right? So let us call this one copy. So these are our text, these are like our chart. So if I draw a shape around it like this, those colors, those text is white. So let's make it 575757 color, so we can actually see what we type there. So this is it basically, right? And it looks, this is like our donut chart. So one of the things that you will see most people always do is to go ahead and you could still specify, okay, how many percentage is users, right? But one of the cool things that you should always do whenever you're using this chart is always specifying the indication. So let's know what is what. So let's assume this is 20 and this is 22 as well, this stuff here. So I could do something like this and say let this one be the blue one, and I have it here. And my text right now, have my text right here. So I will say this should be what users, right? So this should be users. I'll put it here, make my color 575757. right? Just give this stuff some auto layout there, and probably 12 is cool. This is cool. So we could say this is our users. So let's duplicate it again. So this one now is our customers, right? Customers. All right. No, let this be. I think customers should be smaller. Users should be bigger, right? So, but yeah, but you get you get the point, right? So I'll just come ahead and just make this one this particular gray, and we could just put it here. Now, I'm not trying to make this thing really responsive per se, but you could go ahead and attempt to make it responsive. So, and so let's go and let's see how this fits into our design. So if we bring it here, so this stuff that we did is a really big one, but no problem. We're still going to make it fit. So we want to make it fit somewhere around here. So here is our charts. So this is our ellipse. So let's just reduce it. Let me select my 2 ellipse shape. All right. So let's just bring it somewhere here. All right. This should have some form of spacing there. Let's give this 30 too as well. And these two stuff, they should actually be really big and somewhere at the middle. All right, that's cool. Then we have our copy too as well. Let us put it somewhere here. Okay, this one is customers. Now I want the copy text, right? This is where they are. So we can bring it here now. So this text seems really big, so we can reduce it to like 20. All right, so that serves. So this is really good. Then these customers will bring it somewhere here. Then we should have the other one too, which is users. So where is user? So where's our user? So this is it here. So that's it. So we can also bring it here. So at the end of the day, it all depends on how you want to arrange your work. But I think arranging this, let's add some auto layer to it. So arranging it like this is not bad. Also arranging it horizontally too as well, it's not bad. I think arranging it horizontally is better. So I'm just going to arrange it like this. So this is another kind of chart that we could also have in our dashboard, right? So that depicts it, right? So let me know if you enjoyed this and if you would love me to like go ahead and show you guys how I designed this particular sidebar, show you guys how I designed the nav bar and the rest. So just comment continue and don't forget to subscribe on the channel too as well, right? And just tell me something nice in the comment box. Tell me to continue with the dashboard exploration designs, and I will show you guys how to design a bar chart. I will show you guys how to also design nice tables too as well, because one of the cool thing about designing dashboard is designing tables. So I can also show you guys how to design tables too as well. So thank you for watching this particular video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and also read the description of this particular video to join our private community on WhatsApp. So see you guys in our subsequent videos. Bye bye.